Recording? Okay, excellent. Good morning. My name is Dadisi Najib. I am the hearing officer for San Francisco Public Works today, and Maribel Henson is our clerk. This hearing is being recorded via Zoom and will be available afterward through a link on the San Francisco Public Works website, sfpublicworks.org. As this is a virtual hearing, there is no sign-in sheet, so if you would like to receive information about the results of this hearing, please send an email to the email address listed on the hearing notice. Today is Wednesday, May 14th, 2025. This public hearing is being held to consider three items. The first one will be the public comment. Members of the public may address the hearing officer on matters that are within the department's jurisdiction, but not on today's agenda. Hearing order number 211570 to consider notice of violation number 030825-005-001. This violation is for non-compliant display occupancy exceeding permissible areas, Article 5.9, Section 5.9-3 at the Embarcadero and Brannan Street. And then the last item we'll be hearing today is hearing order number 211666, India Basin Vesting Amended Tentative Map Application, numbers 1105, prepared on behalf of the India Basin Investment LLC, submitted on April 1st, 2025. This is to authorize the subdivision of either a 36-lot subdivision with a maximum of 1,575 new residential condominium units, one existing residential unit to be relocated, and up to 180 commercial condominium units, or a 119-lot division and with a maximum of 1,575 new residential units and up to 180 commercial condominium units. I think I already said that. Okay. My job as a hearing officer today is to gather the facts for the hearing item, listen to your testimonies, and help our Director of Public Works make determinations. I will not be making any decisions today. Instead, I will forward the findings from this hearing and make my recommendations to the director. And the director will make the final determinations. Once the director's determinations are made, the department will notify you of them if you have provided contact information. The hearing will begin as follows for the two cases. I will ask the Public Works staff to speak first and present the case. There's no time limit for this presentation. Then I will allow the property owner or applicant or appellant to speak. Then any members of the public or witnesses who wish to speak. Each speaker will then have up to 3 minutes to share or speak. The clerk will monitor the time for all speakers and will indicate when the speaker has 30 seconds left. If you are a party to this proceeding, I will call on you to speak. And if you would like to use visual materials in your presentation, please let me know before you speak. Then you will have the standard 3 minutes to provide your comments. If you are a member of the public who wants to speak, wait for me to call for public comments, then use Zoom's raise your hand feature if you're on a computer to put yourself in the queue to speak. If you're dialing in on your phone, you're going to dial *9. That's *9 to indicate that you're raising your hand. When it's your turn to speak, I will recognize you. If on your phone and you're muted, press *6 to unmute yourself. So it's *9 to raise your hand, *6 to unmute yourself. If you would like to use visual materials in your presentation, please let me know before you speak. Then you'll have the standard 3 minutes to provide your comments. Comments and questions should be addressed to me and not to the department or the applicant. If you cannot finish your comments within the allotted time, you may submit written testimony to me by the end of this hearing. If I feel a question is warranted, I will ask the question, and after all comments are completed, I will close the item. We will now begin the hearing. At this time, I will open the hearing. Oh, I'm sorry. We will now begin the hearing. At this time, I'll open the hearing to public comments. These are public comments on matters that are within the department's jurisdiction, but not on today's agenda. Are there any public comments at this time for items that are not on today's agenda? Okay, I don't see any hands raised. Thank you. If there are no comments for this at this time, public comments, I'll close this item. The first item on today's agenda is for order number 211570. Public Works, are you ready to make your presentation?
Hi, good morning. Can you hear me?
Yes. Hey, Mario.
Yeah. Yeah, hi, good morning, everyone. My name is Mario Navoa. I'm Senior Inspector with San Francisco Public Works Code Enforcement. We're ready for the narration. If you can, Maggie, slide down to the next slide. So on Saturday, March 8th, 2025, Public Works inspectors approached permitted vendor Xavier Micallef at the Port of San Francisco. Upon arrival, the inspectors found that the display staging was not in compliance, which the display occupancy was exceeding the maximum footprint of 10 by 10. Mr. Micallef has had already been issued verbal warnings and notice of violations in the past. On 4/7/2024, Mr. Micallef was issued a notice of violation for vending without a permit. And August 15th, 2024, a notice of violation was unpermitted. Notice of violation was issued for unpermitted vending. Mr. Micallef was issued a notice of violation on March 8th, 2025 for exceeding the permissible use. As you can see, the area highlighted, uh, that's the item that Mr. Micallef was cited for vending equipment must not be more than 10 feet in length, depth, and height, including wheels, axles, umbrellas, tents, and canopies. Next slide, please. That's the appeal letter submitted by Mr. Micallef. Next slide, please. That's the notice of violation issued on March 8th, 2025 to Mr. Xavier Micallef for exceeding the permissible use. Next slide, please. As you can see, those are the photos clearly shown Mr. Micallef was exceeding the footprint with all of his merchandise. And that slide shows the administrative regulation for mobile vendors in the Port of San Francisco.
Okay.
And that's the notice of violation invoice that was issued to Mr. Micallef. With that concludes my presentation. Those are, again, photos showing the exceeding the permissible use.
Okay. Thank you so much, Mario.
You're welcome.
Is the appellant here, Mr. Micallef? You have 3 minutes to make your presentation. To speak.
Hello, can you hear me? Can you
Yes,
hear me? Okay, I've been listening. I just don't know how to use this Zoom pretty good.
that's okay.
Okay,
We can hear you fine. Are you
okay.
ready?
Yes, I'm ready.
Okay, your 3 minutes is starting.
Okay. I found out it started last year about getting permits. I've been working out here for 25 years, and I used to work as a vendor at Candlestick Park for another 20 years. I've been doing this business for over 50 years, about 40 years, and 45 years. And I I was told that they had a lottery every month instead of every day last year. So I was derailed to go work at a different spot last year, the first month of April, and I found out it was a daily lottery instead of a monthly lottery by Mr. Thomas Stone. Anyway, when I worked that day on the 8th, I believe it was, you guys are saying, yeah, March 8th. I was in the spot, and I'm set up right now at the game. The same thing set up is I'm set up on that day, where we have the tables outside of the 10 by 10 spot, and that is permitted. They've been coming by every day as they did yesterday, and that's the same setup we do every day. Okay, when they came at me on the 8th, I went and got my permit a month before, and they told me that Mr. Thomas had put a list together that they were going to exclude a few people, and they think that I might have been one of the persons that were going to be excluded. So they didn't want me to pay my penalty for one time I worked last year over on the Fleet Week at the wharf, and I was inside the box, and it was okay that year. But then I got another penalty for $500 for being in the same spot that I worked the year before. And I said, hey, I worked here last year. And they said, well, no, you can't be here this year. I said, okay, well, I paid the penalty. Anyway, they didn't give me a warning or nothing. They just gave me a $500 penalty. So then I came here and they said, since you got that $500 penalty, you might be on this list. And he says, we don't want you to pay the $500 penalty and you're not going to be able to work. So wait a week. And then a week came up and they told me I could sign up. I went and got the permit a week prior to from the 8th. So from March 1st, I think it was, about a week or more. So more than a week. So Mr. Thomas came up to me with 3 police cars, SUVs, and they put crime tape all around
Sir,
my
you have
tent.
30 seconds.
Yeah, they put time tape all around my tent like a crime. I go, what did I do? He says, you don't have a permit. I presented the permit to them, and they said I could work that day. The day they gave me this thing. And I'm handicapped. I had customers helping me. I was by myself, and they see that I'm in a wheelchair. I have an electric scooter that I sit on, like a wheelchair. And they see that I was unpacking. And I had my car here. They gave me a parking ticket, and they told me I don't have a permit, and I do have a permit.
Thank
So
you,
they
sir.
said,
I'm going to go ahead and mute you. Your
All right.
3 minutes is up.
Okay, I have a couple of questions. Mr. Mr. Savior, I'm sorry, Mr. McAleef. How do you say it, McAleef? McAleef? Okay, anyway, couple questions. This is notice of violation for non-compliant display. They're not saying that you don't have a permit. So I understand you have a permit, but you do understand that the rules state very clearly that your items are supposed to be within the confines of your tent. And these photos show that they are not. Do you understand that? And
yes,
it-
I understand it. I understand it.
Okay, so you understand that?
Yes.
So when they come by and you're outside of the parameters of your 10 by 10 foot space, you're going to receive a citation, and it doesn't matter what you did in the past.
Okay.
Okay?
Uh-huh.
Okay, so
We're set up right now, and we were set up every day that they come the same way, and they okay it. They came by every day. They've been coming by.
Mr. McClaff, the rules state you have to be within your 10 foot by 10 foot. So moving forward, respectfully, stay
understand.
within your space and we won't have these problems, okay?
Okay, I understand.
All right, thank you so much. Is there anyone else, any other members of the public who wish to speak on this matter? Any witnesses? I believe our city staff has concluded their presentation. Is there anyone that wants to make a comment from the city? Okay.
Officer Najib, I do not see any hands raised
Okay.
in the attendees.
Thank you. That being said, there are no more comments for this item. We will close out item number 211570. Next up is hearing order number 211666, India Basin Vesting amended tentative map application. Public Works, you ready for your presentation?
Yes, good morning. So Maribel, I do have some PowerPoint that I wanted to present. And I also know Kate Anderson is on the line. I think you've tried to promote her. She's not seeing a dialogue box pop up for her to accept it. So maybe she can just do the *6 to unmute when it's her time to
Yeah,
talk through the
I can just allow her to speak then.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I will let you know. There she is. Okay. Let me share my screen here. Okay, everyone seeing my presentation?
Yes.
Okay. Good morning. My name is Cathal Hennessy. I'm the project manager for the Public Works Task Force team. We are here to present, here with Kate Anderson, the interim county surveyor, to present the India Basin amended vesting tentative map, PID number 11105. Also joining us today are members of OEWD, along with our development partners Build and their project engineer who can also answer any questions that may arise from the public. Very briefly, I will give a quick overview of what the project is, where it's located, and then Kate will talk through what the changes are with the map itself. So India Basin, again, is located in the southeast quadrant of the city. It is bounded by Griffith, Earl, the Water, and Innes Street, as you can see within this kind of red box area here. In 2022, the subdivider had previously submitted a vesting tentative map, which was approved at a previous director's hearing in June of 22. And then last year, they approached the city about making an adjustment to one of their development subphases, which triggered an application to the Planning Commission, which was approved in October of 2024, but also triggered the amending of the previously approved vesting tentative map, which required a full recirculation and another director's hearing on the item itself. Overall, they are still planning to construct 1,575 units, some commercial and a park as well. Just to give a quick snapshot as to the change between the two maps, here on the left-hand side is the previous. This is the development section known as the flats, where it was a multi-family type of building, and their approach to the city was to have the option to make this known as a small lot home, which are more like single-family homes with ADUs as part of that application. Again, Planning Commission reviewed their application and approved this towards the end of last year. From an overall public infrastructure, the development is planning to construct, new streets, sidewalks, install streetlights, a sewer system, communications, traffic signals, and a park. So we will continue to work with the developer as we complete this tentative map process, as they go through their detailed design, and then again, city is supportive of the project and want to get the project into construction as quickly as possible. And here I will pause and hand it over to Kate, who can talk through the details of the actual map itself.
Great, thank you, Cathal. Can everyone hear me?
Yes.
Wonderful. I don't have an option to turn my camera on, but I will, yes, this is Catherine Anderson, interim city and county surveyor for Public Works. And this tentative subdivision map application is requesting approval for the India Basin vesting tentative map number 11105, prepared on behalf of the India Basin Investment LLC, originally submitted on December 1st, 2021, and approved on July 5th, 2022, to authorize a 34-lot subdivision with up to 1,575 new residential condominium units, one existing residential unit to be relocated, and up to 180 commercial condominium units. The applicant has requested modifications to the existing approved vesting tentative map to accommodate a small lot home option. India Basin amended vesting tentative map number 11105, prepared on behalf of the India Basin Investment LLC, submitted on December 2nd of 2024, and updated on April 1st, 2025 to authorize one, under the multifamily option, option A, a 36-lot subdivision with up to 1,575 new residential condominium units, one existing residential unit to be relocated, and up to 180 commercial condominium units, or 2, under the small lot home option, option B, a 119 lot subdivision with up to 1,575 new residential units and up to 180 commercial condominium units. All testimony and materials, including but not limited to the development agreement, staff reports, comments, responses, and other information from governmental agencies and utilities, the information submitted by or on behalf of the subdivider, other comments, responses, and other information provided in connection with this application have been considered. We have requested this hearing to allow any interested party to provide additional comments for consideration. Public Works Surveying and Mapping recommends that amended vesting tentative map application number 11105 be approved, subject to compliance with city agency findings and conditions. Thank you.
And then finally, as I mentioned, my name is Cathal Hennessy, been joined by Jonathan Cherry with OEWD and with our project development partner, Scott Elsman and Amanda Wolf, should there be any public questions. And that ends our presentation.
Officer Najib, if you are speaking, your mic is off.
Oops, sorry, there I go. Thank you so much.
No worries.
Oh, I was saying thank you so much, Mr. Hennessy and Ms. Anderson for your presentations. Is the applicant here? Will the applicant be making a presentation today?
No, they're not making a presentation.
Okay, excellent. Are there any members of the public who wish to speak on this matter present today? Nope. No hands raised?
I confirm, Officer Najib, that there are no hands raised at this time.
Okay, excellent. Okay, and any general comments on any item that was presented today from members of the public? This is to capture any comments from people who may have arrived late for either item. And if you've already spoken, any public comments on any of the items and you've already spoken on them, you will not be allowed to speak again. So this again is for people who may have joined us late and didn't have a chance to speak.
Officer Najib, there is a hand raised by Shirley Bruton.
Okay. Miss Bruton, welcome. You're welcome to make Bruton, you're welcome to make a comment. I think you can unmute yourself.
And you
Okay.
have 3
can hear
minutes
you.
to speak. Thank you.
Is it too late to ask a question
For which item?
about the change for the changes that India Basin is requesting?
No, you can.
I'm concerned that I'm curious. The first option shows the relocation of one residential property, and the second one seems to have everything else except that. What is the location of that residential property?
Mr. Hennessy, are you able to answer that question, or are you understanding?
Yeah,
what she's
I
asking?
understand. So that is the Hammond House, which is currently located in what is the hillside area, just to the north of Errol Street. And mhm.
Okay, and under the second option, what happens to that property?
It stays where it is.
Stays where it is. Okay,
Yeah.
that's my question. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you, Ms. Bruton. Is there anyone else who would like to, from the public, who would like to make a comment on any item? If there are no hands raised and there are no more public comments on any of the items on today's agenda, I will be closing out today's hearing. Thank you all for your participation, especially Public Works staff. We really appreciate the work that you do. And thank you, Maribel Henson, our clerk for today. This is Officer Dadisi Najib signing out. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you all.